Hello everybody, it's Joe here, and welcome to the final season of F1 23 My Team Career Mode. This is Season 5, and we are doing a shortened 10 race calendar. First off, there's our new livery, and next we're going to see some of the lineup changes. Lando Norris has now joined us as the reigning champion. Verstappen, Helga, both at Mercedes and Alfa Romeo. Oscar Piastri joins Williams. There's a change. Charles Leclerc joins McLaren. And as we scroll down, Lance Stroll has made the move from Mercedes to Red Bull. Jack Doohan is now in AlphaTauri. He has been demoted to the lower team. Also there is Ayumu Iwasa, as you saw at the end of last season. Teo Porcher is still at Red Bull. But the retirement of Carlos Sainz lasted only half a season because he is back for one more go at Mercedes. We have a 10 race calendar in front of us. Can we take the fight and win this final season? Right, so now that's all said and done, let's do this lap of one-shot quali here in Melbourne. And I'm hoping we can carry on how strong we finished the season off last season. We managed to get several wins in a row after the first half of the season was completed, and we did close the gap to Norris, but in the end Lando was able to take us and take the title. But it's a new season and it's a shortened 10 race season for season 5, but we will have this season. And so far, this lap is looking very, very good. It's looking good for pole position, which is ultimately where we want to be. We've still got one more sector to go, but it's looking very good. This lap has felt absolutely incredible. The car is just, it feels on rails almost. But we're now heading towards the final sector. This is where we cannot afford things to go wrong. As we head into the left-hander, you can lose quite a bit of time here, but I think this has been decent, and we now sprint for the line. What is it going to be? It is pole position here in Melbourne, so we start the season perfectly. That's the best start to the season that we could have hoped for. And there you have it, a confirmed pole, but look at that. It is a complete change of form from last season. We've got pole position, but it's Alex Albon that joins us on the front row, with Daniel Ricciardo in third and Gasly fourth. The two Ferraris showing really strong form here.
No more testing, no more practice. This is the real deal, and it's make or break here at round 1 of this year's Formula One World Championship. So here we are at Albert Park Circuit, 3.28 miles around, with the streets making for a bumpy surface with little undulation. There are 14 corners around the lake, with the best passing opportunities coming at turn 1 and turn 3. It's time to see how our drivers are stacking up after yesterday's exciting qualifying session. Joker lines up on pole position, and Alex Albon lines up alongside. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Ricciardo, Gasly, Tsunoda, Norris, Verstappen, Oscar Piastri, Joe, Russell, Drugovich, Helga, Stroll, Vesti, Sainz, Ocon, Liam Lawson, Iwasa, Sargent, Leclerc, Teo Porcher, and Jack Doohan. That's it then, it's time to go racing as we head down trackside for today's race.
Two Ferraris on the second row, the nearest Williams on the fourth row, and we are sat nicely on pole. Lando Norris is P6. What can we do? Right, here we go. Let's get Season 5 underway. The first of 10 races and 20 laps is underway now. And it's an okay start for us, but Albon has got away better and is alongside going into one. Is Albon going to be able to take the lead? No, we're able to just see him round the outside, and we keep P1 from Alex Albon there. I gave him plenty of room, but Albon really didn't have a go at that, and we lead the way in this Australian Grand Prix, and that is the best possible start we could have had. So your top 5 is currently myself, Albon, Gasly, Tsunoda and Ricciardo in the top 5. And Ferrari in a great position at the moment. Albon also in a good position, but for us, it's absolutely perfect. Even though we didn't get the initial launch off the line, it was a good enough start to give us the race lead here at Albert Park. Well, look how close the pack are getting as we come round towards the final sector. Albon just half a second behind. It's not going to be an easy race, I don't think, but it's certainly going to be a fun one. Coming up to end the first lap of 20. So the top 3, well, it has changed because Ricciardo did start 3rd. As we go a bit deep into 1, it was Ricciardo, Gasly, and... No, I forget who it was because Albon's going for the lead round the outside, and Albon taking the lead with the extra momentum he had. The top 3 on the grid was myself, Albon and Ricciardo. Now it's Albon, myself, Gasly. Gasly was P4, and Albon is in the lead. He took it at turn 3, and the Thai driver leading the way, but look at this, we're coming straight back at Albon. Look at this, there's not barely enough room for me, but I've created the room, and I retake the lead here at Albert Park. 2 changes of the lead on lap 2 then, as I'm giving it everything. We go a bit wide again, and Albon retaking it once again. As I have a look for the inside line, no way through there. Oh, this is a battle already for the ages. Albon and myself and Pierre Gasly keeping himself in close company there in 3rd. But at the end of lap 2, your race leader is Alex Albon. But we are coming straight back at Albon, and Albon is going to have to defend in turn 1. And he doesn't really defend that well because we just sweep round the outside and retake P1. So we have retaken the lead, and he might find himself vulnerable from Gasly here, but we've retaken the lead, and I need to make less mistakes. I need to be a bit smoother with the car. But look at that. Gasly and Albon are now fighting each other, and that has allowed me to get clear of the DRS threat. And Albon, I think, is going to be coming under threat from Gasly. Tsunoda and Ricciardo are battling, I think, because Tsunoda and Ricciardo have lost quite a bit of time, so I think they're having their own little battle. But is Gasly going to take P2 from Albon here? I think so. The DRS reopens for this part of the circuit, and has Gasly got it? I don't think... Yes, he has. Gasly has gone through. Here is Pierre Gasly lining up Alex Albon for P2 in Australia. Last season, he could only dream of fighting for P2, but this year, him and Albon are doing it, and Gasly takes 2nd, and I think that's Ricciardo fighting in the background as well. So in the background, yes, that is Daniel Ricciardo going round the outside of Yuki Tsunoda, getting that done. Right, back with me, and we are leading the way here in Melbourne. I was hoping for a fastest lap there, but it didn't happen. Albon currently holding the fastest lap. Gasly now in P2, and I feel like he's just holding things up a little bit here, because I think Albon might just be quicker, but Gasly was able to take advantage of the DRS better. Meanwhile, we're watching reigning champion Lando Norris stacked up behind Yuki Tsunoda in P6. Not quite where he'd want to be in the opening race of this new season, being the reigning champion. Right, back with us. Still leading Gasly by about 1.5 seconds. And Liam Lawson is out of the race. We have lost Lawson through an Aston Martin failure, and that is a terrible start to his season. Not the way he would want to get a new season started, an Aston Martin season beginning pretty much as last season went in misery. They were unable to score, and I now have another warning for track limits, so I really need to be careful on that front. But I tell you what, we're not exactly driving clear of the guys behind us. Yeah, they're about a second and a half behind, but that's as much as we have been ahead throughout this entire race. So the pace is quite closely matched, but at the moment we are leading it. Albon getting close to Gasly once again, but not able to have a go. And I think Norris is stuck at the back of that little DRS train that Ricciardo is heading, and Gasly has now caught us. So it's half a second between myself and Gasly, and we may have some defending to do here. Whoa, no! Oh my goodness me, that is not something we needed to do at all! Oh no, we've made a horrible mistake out of the last corner, and that is the front wing gone. So we're going to have to pit in to put on a new front wing. Gasly's going to try and go around the outside. He's not able to get that one done. Albon now. Oh, what a disaster this has turned out for us. And Gasly, oh, it's gone from looking like a race win. And, well, Gasly!
Okay, focus.
Not quite sure what he was doing there, but Gasly, he did something as we now refight Albon. I don't know why we're refighting him, and we're actually going to take the lead off Gasly as well. I tell you what, no front wing has definitely helped the straight line speed of the car, but it doesn't help the cornering ability. And Ricciardo's got past now. Oh, we've hit Ricciardo, and he's lost a bit of wing. And it's just all Constantino here. Ricciardo's not having to go at Gasly. Albon has taken the lead. Ricciardo, well, we were on the grass there. I don't know what that was going to amount to. But we are going to have to pit. And from a race-winning position, well, that's disaster. And Ricciardo is also into the pits. What drama at Albert Park. But Alex Albon retakes the lead. And that is not the start we wanted. Just pushing too hard to try and hold on to the lead, and that's what's happened. Right, onto a fresh set of mediums. These will go to the end. I'm going to be flooring it though, and Ricciardo gets out just ahead of us.
That was our last stop. No more scheduled.
That was something that could very much be ill afforded. Let's get after Ricciardo. Use that DRS. We're only 4 tenths behind, so it should be quite... We should be able to have him here, actually. The amount of time we gain on the DRS alone there. And that has helped us take P20 away from Daniel Ricciardo. That was a nice move. Now, the push is on to try and gain some of the time we lost. Leclerc also in the pits. He had a penalty. Right, how far up the field can we make it? Who's that? That's Tsunoda, so... That's really not bad going if we can get past him quite quickly, which we can. We're alongside Tsunoda now, going for it into 3, and surely that's going to be the move done. That is the move done. Gasly now is the car ahead, and I think we should be quicker than Gasly, so let's just charge and give it everything we got. We were able to dispatch Tsunoda. Now we're going after Gasly. 3.1 seconds is the gap. And interestingly, no stop from Albon. So Gasly might find himself the benefactor of an undercut here. There's Lando Norris. And I think Norris is going to be out just behind us. He is out just behind us, but Tsunoda is also there. But critically for Albon, he is behind Gasly. So Pierre Gasly is your race leader here, and you know what? Albon's getting his tyres up to temperature. This is the best time to attack that McLaren and get ourselves a bit of DRS and try and get past him. This is our best shot here We're going to have a nice bit of DRS to help us, but we've got to get this done as soon as possible. Look how close we're getting. Is it going to be close enough? Oh, this is going to be tight. Another dose of DRS. Are we close enough? Not quite. But I tell you what, if we can stay at this range, we might have a chance. We don't want to be losing too much time here. Sainz is pitted in. Our comeback driver, Carlos. Right, let's see if I can get a good run out of here. It's been alright. Nothing special. But if we can stay for a couple more corners within this sort of range of Albon, who's made a mistake, that's critical. That's going to help us stay close. Albon going deep. And that is just the incentive I needed. And that is just the incentive I needed, because now we have an attack. Now Albon is vulnerable. He's made a mistake. Look at the slipstream we're getting on Alex Albon here. This is for P2 in this Australian Grand Prix. We're going around the outside of Alex Albon. Brave move there, but we get it done. Sweep around the outside. And that is a beautiful overtake. Albon now coming back at us. We're going to take the inside line, take the middle of the track, and just make it that much harder for Albon to defend. But we're up into P2 now. What can we do about Gasly, if anything? Is there anything we can do about Gasly? And I'm pretty sure there's going to be some disappointment there on Albon for losing P2, but he's coming back at me here. He's not going to get it done here, though, that's for sure. Defending into one. We've got 8 to go. Can we hold on to P2? That would be really good if we could. And Gasly going for a race win. And it wouldn't be the first time that he's won an opening race of the season. Think back to, I think, Bahrain Season 3. When Gasly won for Mercedes. Very different kettle of fish, of course, driving in that Ferrari. And Albon is hounding me. So I don't think we're going to be shot of Albon particularly soon, as he is going for that second place. But I'm just going to play it smart and save some overtake for when we get out of this left-right here. I'm just going to play it smart. If Albon wants this, he's going to have to do it the inside line, which isn't always the best line to take round there. And in fact, Tsunoda and Norris are battling now, and I think Norris has taken 4th. So you see Albon having a look at me there, and you can also see Lando going round the outside of Yuki Tsunoda and moving himself into 4th place, back with the battle for 2nd now. And I'll say this, if Norris gets clear of Albon, I'm not going to hold him up. I will just let him through and try and protect the team 2-3. But for now, I'm trying to protect my behind from an attacking McLaren of Alex Albon. But if Lando does catch up, like I said, and he gets past, I'm not holding him up. I am going to let Lando go. Oh, the understeer there. That didn't feel good. Right, Albon all over me here. He is not giving up on this. And I think Tsunoda might not give up on 4th just yet. Wow, this is a weird order. When you compare it to last season, Ferrari and McLaren weren't really in it. But this season, within 2 races, they're both right at the front in the fight. And Albon, he's a bit too far back this time to try anything. But that doesn't mean he won't. Lap 14 of 20. Just 6 to go. Gasly, I think, at this point, is looking pretty safe in P1 as long as he doesn't make a mistake or have an engine issue. And, well, speaking of mistakes, we made quite a major one there. But Albon got off the last corner worse than we did, so that has protected me for now.
But be aware, these tyres need to go the distance.
And Norris is catching up again. We've gone deep. And I might have to defend here. Yes, I am going to have to defend here because Albon's going for second. But we have the inside line. There's no way through there. And Albon just having to accept it. Trying to get clear of Albon here, but that's not going to help. Albon now getting a bit of a run. Is he going to take it? Yes, he's going to try to go around the outside of me. But that's a move I've done way too many times, and I know how to block that one off. Not a chance, Alexander. You're going to have to try this a different way. Here we go then, and Alex is trying a different way. He's going for the outside. He might have it done, but I'm going to brake later. Is the car even going to make the corner? Yes, it does. Albon coming back at me, but he's going to be very tight round there. And I don't think he's quite got the exit right. I still have an opening down the inside. And no, we've touched. We've both gone wide. And through goes Norris. Through goes Tsunoda. Albon forced into the pit lane by the AI. Oh, that's not really worked out in our favour at all. As Drugovich now has a look for fourth. No way through there. But Alex Albon, there was nowhere for him to rejoin. And he was forced into the pits. That is not something you see every day. Meanwhile, Verstappen has now got past Drugovich. I'm trying to get within range of Tsunoda because I want third place back. Wow. This has been dramatic here in Melbourne. And we've still got a few laps left to finish. But that has definitely secured the race win for Pierre Gasly now. And Tsunoda is going after second. But we've got Max Verstappen right behind us. And he was pretty strong last season. But not really where he'd want to be. But then again, neither am I. I was on pole. I was expected to be fighting for the race win. Not trying to fend off Max Verstappen for P4. He has a look to the inside. But there's nowhere really that he can do that. I forced him in tight. And that's going to cost him time. And Daniel Ricciardo is behind him in 6th. But look at Yuki Tsunoda. He is not giving up on Lando Norris, is he? That Alfa Romeo has actually got some speed to it. And we have 4 laps left in this crazy Australian Grand Prix.
Car ahead, 1.8 seconds.
Can I do anything about P2, or is that gone? I think Tsunoda might be having a go for it. And like I said, if those two start battling, it's going to bring me back into play for P3. I would like a podium to start the season. The car is definitely strong enough for it. Tsunoda not able to get close enough to Norris there. And Verstappen staying within range of me here. I think Max wants P4. Whoa, that's going to help him. That's not the line you take there. And Max having a little look for the outside, but that was a gap that was always going to close in. Verstappen is going to have another go into one. But again, I forced him in quite tight. He's going to have to back out of that. But then I've gone wide myself and really not taken a good line. And that has allowed Tsunoda and Norris now to just disappear up the road. And I think the best we can do now is try and hold on to P4 with 3 laps to go.
Okay, be careful. We think you're going to start losing some tyre grip anytime now.
I'm already losing tyre grip, mate. There is no grip to lose. Right, 3 laps to go here. It's all about holding Verstappen off. Just like it was last season, although the battle was for 3rd, this season it's for 4th. And I think Max is going to have a good go at it this time. Not giving him the outside line. The outside line is the better line round there. I think Albon is going to feel slightly robbed here because we collided, and then when he was trying to recover, he was forced to take the pit lane because no one gave him the room to recover. And here comes Verstappen again. I'm just putting it in the middle of the road, making it as awkward as I can for Max. 2 laps to go here. You're not having the inside line, Max. Oh, he might up and under me here. He might up and under me. He's trying the outside. It's not worked. Understeer. Don't even try that, Max. Oh, understeer again. And Max is through. Max is through. But I still have a slipstream. He has DRS, but look how much the slipstream is worth. I'm trying to duck and dive to find a way past Max. We're going down the inside here. Wheel banging. Verstappen trying to hold it. We banged wheels with him, but we were able to retake P4 there. What an overtake that was. Max, we banged wheels with him, but he wasn't going to be intimidated that easily. Here's Daniel Ricciardo in the Ferrari, taking P5 back off of Max Verstappen. And Daniel Ricciardo, I feel like he'll be a bit disappointed with this race, given that his teammate is winning it. We're about to start the final tour now, and my tyres just feel second best, I'll be honest. But we're on the last lap now, and as long as we don't do anything stupid, we should be able to retain the race lead. Lando Norris is looking a bit safer from Tsunoda as well. I know Tsunoda was going for it, but it's looking likely it's going to be a podium for Yuki here. And that's such a strong start for Alfa Romeo's season. Ricciardo is still just about a second behind though. But without that mistake, I feel like we could have won the race. But it is what it is. P4, despite that, is still a good finish. And it's something to build upon as we move forwards. I think Baku will be the next race. But Pierre Gasly just hasn't put a foot wrong all throughout this Grand Prix. From taking 12 races, I think it was, to score a point last season, he comes to this opening race and is poised to win it. Round the final corners we come. For us, it's going to be P4, but Pierre Gasly wins the opening race here in Australia. Lando Norris gets second, and it's a strong podium for Yuki Tsunoda in third. What a race that was.
Take care of the car on the way in.
Another superb Australian Grand Prix comes to an end then, and it's a thoroughly deserved victory. Natalie Pinkham, how do you think they were able to set themselves apart today?
I want to know if that was as easy as it looked. An absolute masterclass today.
Ferrari are at it again. An excellent performance at today's Grand Prix, and they're certainly a team that know what they're doing out there.
Well, pushing too hard, and I made an unforced error. As a result, Pierre Gasly is your race winner here, and it's second place for Lando Norris. Yuki Tsunoda takes third, we take fourth with the fastest lap, so a very decent point haul here. Daniel Ricciardo gets fifth, then it's Verstappen. Zhou Guanyu getting his season off to a great start.
With a lot of skill.
It's time to check out the constructors.
And then it's Leclerc from the back of the pack, mind, from 20th to 8th. That's a great recovery. Sainz 9th, and George Russell gets 10th. What a race that was. Join me for the following 9. Ferrari lead the constructors table. It's a very different table from last season, and Williams not even scoring a point here. That is very different from what we saw last year. And Ferrari leading the table is also different. Well, that was the Australian Grand Prix. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to leave a like, hit subscribe if you're new and you want to see more content from me. Until the next time, TTFN, ta-ta for now. Take care, and I'll see you all soon.